Hi, this is Wake Up with Kelly Hawkins. I'm Kelly Hawkins. It is Saturday, June 30th, and I'm recording this on live stream. Um, I'm actually recording it a little bit higher quality than my last few. I'm doing it at medium quality, and I'm going to see how that turns out. Hopefully, I'll be able to stream without it interrupting with huge signs saying I got disconnected, which is very intrusive. Okay, so it's like 100 degrees outside, if not higher. The last time I checked on weather.com, it was, I think, 99 degrees. And outside in the kitchen and the house, they have a little thermometer, and it's like 80 degrees inside there. But my room is tiny. I was talking about this on my first show last time, and I deleted this part. My room is tiny, so the air conditioning is really concentrated in my room, where it's trying to cool the whole house. Um, but in my room, because my room is so small, it um, is like freezing in here. So I'm able to wear a sweater. What I'm going to be doing, what I'm planning on doing today, is putting my cat in his cat crate, and there's a stray cat that comes in the house that my landlord lets in the house, and I'm going to put that cat outside and open my door and just let this cold air into the rest of the house, which would do two things. One thing, it'll warm up my room, hopefully. Well, it definitely will. And another thing is, this is the hopefully part, it will cool off the rest of the house, and maybe the air conditioner won't be working so hard, which will keep my room warmer too. But that I'm not sure, because it's probably a drop in the bucket compared to the house, you know? Anti-lag feature triggered. Wow, yeah. Remove delay to the user. See, this is why I'm testing it. Anti-lag feature triggered. Perfect streaming. Alright. So, that's my plans for today. Oh, not completely. I mean, I got dressed and I put my makeup on it and everything for this broadcast, so I probably will go outside. I mean, I might as well. That's why I got dressed. I mean, I'm dressed anyways. I'm makeup's on anyways. I should probably go outside and do something, though. Probably not for very long. I went outside for a little while and watered. I have a little tomato garden outside, so I watered that. And a woman that lives in the house, um, she's out of town visiting her boyfriend. Well, she says it's not a boyfriend, but whatever. And I'm watering her tomatoes as well as her flowers. So that was kind of, it was hot outside when I was doing that. Um, okay, today's show is going to be about the non-aggression principle. Okay, I'm not a libertarian. I lean towards libertarian beliefs and viewpoints, but I'm not completely a libertarian. Um, though, like I said, I do agree with some of the things that they believe. And some of my friends on Facebook were talking about the non-aggression principle, and I'm like, I didn't know too much about it. I did read a book about libertarianism when I was about 18. I didn't even finish it because it was kind of dry. But um, but I'm really not all that familiar with everything about libertarianism, and so this was something I wanted to research. And since I was researching it anyways, I figured I might as well do a show about it, because I do agree with basic. I mean, I'm not a pacifist. I always believe in defending myself and defending people I love. I would never hurt anybody that didn't try to hurt me. or somebody I love, or, you know, like a kid, or old people, you know, people that can't defend themselves. I would definitely try to defend if I could, and if I had to do it violently, I would. Um, if that was the only option I felt that I had. So I do agree with with this principle. So let me go ahead and show you the websites. Well, first I found attempting to, okay, local MP lost internet connection, of course, attempting to reconnect. And so, anyways, with the non-aggressive principle, I hope this didn't give me stupid things. Maybe I should change my bandwidth. I don't know. We'll see how this turns out. Whether they even are continuing that horrible sign saying that I lost connection. That was awful. Maybe they don't do that anymore. Because I'm sure I'm not the only person who wasn't pleased with it. But okay, this is a video about the non-aggressive principle. It's a little cartoon. I thought it was cute. And no, I don't 100% agree with it. But it's cute, so let's watch it.
If you want this world to be a perfect but more peaceful, I have a wee suggestion to make your day more gleeful. As a general rule of thumb, don't be the first to win the phone with physical force, threats of force, or scamming peaceful people. Non-aggression principle says it's not justified to initiate coercion with force or threats or lies. You'll likely make more friends if you follow it, but if you don't and say you do, you're just a hypocrite. For life to be more fun, we should support the non-aggression principle. Hey! According to the non-aggression principle, it's not good to initiate coercion. What's coercion? Forcing others to do something using physical force, threats of physical force, or fraud. Physical force? I'll let this angry cop explain. Officer Violence is my name, and I'm above the law. I give the orders and punch you in the jaw. If you disobey me, I'll bind your hands fast, lock you in a cage, and tether you in the If you treated anyone as I have treated you, they label you a psycho and use a padded room for some peculiar reason that don't apply to me. Physical force I use, of course, to earn a bloody fee. Ouch! Physical force is brutal. Attacking others, tying them up, moving them somewhere they don't want to go. That's not nice. What about the threat of physical force? Agent Extortion works for the IRS, and he can't wait to explain this one. I'm not going to hurt you, but if you don't comply, I'll get someone who will engage you till you die. Just hand over your income so we can spend the time. Kiss it all away and send you back some crumbs. I learned from the best, my teacher Al Capone. He's really good at threats and puncturing your bones. It's also called extortion, a mafioso crime. We get away with it while gangsters do the time. Yikes. So, threat is basically telling someone they better do what you want or else you'll hurt them? Correctamundo. So what's fraud? Lying to benefit yourself or to hurt others. Let's listen to another expert who for once is telling the truth. Hi, my name is Rizelot. I give my donors likes. I'm paid by clubs and bugs, corporations, banks, and any special interest. Yes, anyone will do. Just get me elected and I'll pass a bill for you. I use all the money that they give to me to broadcast lies for everyone to see. The voters give me power and their taxes too, because I tell them lies. What a bunch of fools. So fraud is lying to fool others into doing something that benefits you and hurts them? Exactly. All these types of coercion are pretty bad. For life to be more fun, we should support the non-aggression principle. Hey! Can coercion ever be used in a good way? Yes, but only for defense. For example, observe. Many volunteers living free and having fun, playing on Blossom is a bully. She likes to start the fights, initiates coercion with lies and hits and bites. Since she starts the trouble, her behavior isn't good. But Vinny has an option that anybody should. He can use coercion to stop her attack or reclaim what is his. Nothing more than that.
So, according to the non-aggression principle, I should not initiate, or in other words, I should not be the one that starts the coercion. Like officer violence, agent extortion, Mr. Lysalon, or Blossom. But if someone initiates coercion against me, I could use coercion in response to defend myself, like Vinny.
Precisely.
But why is the non-aggression principle so important?
If we both understand and live by the non-aggression principle, we can make more friends, happily coexist, and cooperate to accomplish great things, instead of big jerks like those guys.
Cool, man.
You want to sing with me?
You bet your ass I do.
Non-aggression principle says it's not justified to initiate coercion with force or threats or lies. You'll likely make more friends if you follow it, but if you don't and say you do, you're just a hypocrite. For life to be more fun, we should support the non-aggression principle. Hey!
So that was really cute. And let's see if I can. Okay. Wanted to minimize that. Let me just get out of there. Alright. So I found a few other websites to explain a little bit more the non-aggression principle. Okay, now this is Wikipedia, and I'll be reading a little bit from it. Now when I read the full thing, like part of it was saying that people who support the non-aggression principle limit it to physical violence. And I'm not sure if that's correct or not, because like I said, I'm not a libertarian. I don't 100%, I haven't read books and books and books about the non-aggression principle, and I don't know all the intricacies. But something about that doesn't make sense to me, I don't think that that's probably 100% correct. Maybe a few people believe it, but saying that it's a decisive part of the non-aggression principle, I doubt it. Okay, so let me go and I'm showing the camera. Oh, there I am. Let me minimize that so I can see me in the little corner like I've talked about. And now I made a Word document to read. Okay. Well, WordPad. It doesn't matter though. Okay. And this is from Wikipedia. The non-aggression principle, also called the non-aggression axiom, the anti-coercion principle, the zero-aggression principle, the non-initiation of force, or NAP, is a moral stance which asserts that aggression is inherently illegitimate. Aggression, for the purposes of the NAP, is defined as the initiation or threatening of violence against a person or legitimately owned property of another. Specifically, any unsolicited actions of others that physically affect an individual's property, including that person's body, no matter if the result of those actions is damaging, beneficial, or neutral to the owner, are considered violent when they are against the owner's free will and interfere with his right of self-determination, as based on the libertarian principle of self-ownership. Supporters of NAP use it to demonstrate the immorality of theft, vandalism, assault, and fraud. In contrast to pacifism, the non-aggression principle does not preclude violence used in self-defense or defense of others. Okay, now I don't know that much about Wikipedia. I know that they do they censor it a lot, and I've heard a lot of complaints about Wikipedia. So this site I probably shouldn't have even used it, actually, thinking about it, but I just wanted a, impartial definition of what the non-aggression principle is. And now that I'm thinking about it more, I don't think it's an impartial definition. But I wanted a definition that wasn't a libertarian definition, or wasn't written by libertarians. You know what I'm saying? Whereas this website, nap.univavcc.net, is written by libertarians. And I'm going to go ahead and read part of this for you. And I'm trying to do better. I really am. I think I need a new microphone because the way I sound on this doesn't sound like I sound to myself. So I think I need a new mic. I mean, everybody says that, but it doesn't sound like other recordings I've heard of myself. So I think I need a new microphone, and I definitely need a new camera. So maybe a camcorder would be the way to go. There's also a webcam that I know that's really good, but it's $100. And for $100, I think I might want to do something that does more than just webcam, even though it is really good. Okay, let me get a sip of tea before reading this. Yes, I drink tea from my coffee mug. Okay. A rational principle of ethics and liberty. The non-aggression principle, or NAP, is a rational principle of ethics. Many self-identified libertarians, anarchists, and individualists base their views of ethics and liberty on the non-aggression principle. A common formulation of that principle is, aggression is inherently illegitimate. Perhaps another definition is in order to help set things straight. Aggression, noun. Initiation of a coercive relationship. Initiation should be understood in much the same terms as used in defensive complaints by children in schoolyards. Evidence that there is a strong instinctual understanding of the basic ethical position of the non-aggressive principle. He started it. It's hard to read when I'm trying to look at pictures of myself or seeing what I look like on this screen, so I'm going to just go ahead and read straightforward. Okay. While the non-aggression principle does not have anything direct to say about the legitimacy of retaliation, it very clearly prohibits initiating a coercive relationship. Oh, it says I lost my internet connection. So maybe I'll wait until it's connected before I continue reading this. Okay, I'm connected. Oops, no I'm not. So let me just go ahead and talk a little bit about this. So, so the question is, blah. I don't even have a question on my mind when I started that sentence. I'm just trying to kill time until I'm like completely connected for a while. Yeah, this is not working. I might have to redo this broadcast. Let's see how it looks and rewatching it. Okay. To coerce is to use violence, threats, or other means to manipulate a person's circumstances or decisions contrary to that person's interests. Some draw the line at violence itself, while the vast majority of adherents to the non-aggression principle at least include explicit and often implicit threats of violence in their definition. Malicious dishonesty is a logically consistent and often included form of manipulation. Many consider lethal violence to be the most extreme example of a coercive act, but only the pinnacle of a tall mountain of possibilities. Once a person makes a coercive overture toward another person, a relationship of a coercive character has been established. That relationship may be quickly annulled, or it may be perpetuated, depending on the nature and unavoidable consequences of the initiating act, as well as the subsequent actions of the individuals involved. To me, that means that you can decide whether you want to still be friends with somebody or have somebody in your life that's threatening you. Me, I wouldn't. I'd avoid, like I was talking about my show about sociopaths, that, if somebody is that much of a negative influence in my life, I basically do whatever I can to stay away from them, get them out of my life, and live my life the way I'd like to, in the way I feel is right, as long as I don't break the non-aggressive principle. And I never actually had a term for it before. It was just morally how I live. I don't attack other people unless they attack me first, in which case I have no problem, and I feel like I have every moral right. As long as my attack is moral, I don't do anything that's against the Ten Commandments. I'm not going to be telling lies about somebody, even if they're lying about me, because there's a third person involved. And that person would that I'm lying to is the person that I would be hurting. Not only the person that I'm lying about, um, the Bible says when you lie to somebody, you hate them. When you're telling lies to somebody, you hate them. I don't know the actual Bible verse, but my pastor preached on it when I went to Victory Baptist Church in Maine. So, and he read the Bible verse, of course. So, so if somebody is trying to get you to lie about somebody and you know that you're lying about somebody, you're not hurting the person you're lying about, or if you are, it might only be a little bit. But you are definitely hurting the person you're lying to, the person whose ears you're defiling. Okay, well, that's 22.5 minutes. I think that's long enough of a show. I've learned a lot about the non-aggression principle. It's now I have a name to something I've always believed, and it is something I'd like to read more about and learn more about, and different people's viewpoints and different people's definitions. Um, okay, well, thank you for watching. Wake Up with Kelly Hawkins. Wake up.